We enjoy the Thai people, the Thai culture. That's, of course, one of the reasons that Thailand is such an attractive place to live. I've studied Thai. We both have taken Thai language lessons.
You've taken a lot more than I have.
I've taken several years of Thai language lessons, but because I don't live with a Thai person and speak it every day, at some point it finally dawned on me that rather than try to be fluent in carrying on a conversation, my efforts are better spent learning to understand spoken Thai and to read Thai. So I can read Thai at a level to where I can watch the movies on the TV and turn off the sound and watch and follow the Thai subtitles. So that was kind of my goal in being able to read Thai. By learning Thai, though, you learn an awful lot about the culture, just from reading the same books that the kids read, and having a teacher to talk with about that. So it's been instructive. I've learned a lot about the Thai culture by studying the Thai language. We've had a great opportunity in being involved in the Rotary Club, in that the club is bilingual, and about 20% of the members are foreigners, are Western. The rest are Thai people, and they're Thai people of the sort that we would have they're Rotarians. They're people we would have hung out with in our home country. You also get a lot of interactions with Thai people that are what I would call more commercial interactions. People in the markets, people in the stores. Those are more casual interactions you have with people, and so you don't necessarily get to know those people very well any more than in your home country you get to know the checker at the grocery store. So yeah, we like though the Thai way of doing things. They're typically rather laid back.
Yeah, it's the standard, the Mai Pen Rai. You hear so often, and they really mean it when they say it. And I think it's in some ways it's really nice. They don't feel like it's a pressure cooker environment that they're living in. But some Westerners have problems with that, because it means that if I want you to come and do something in my apartment, to fix something or install something, and it's Mai Pen Rai, okay, I'll be there at 2 o'clock tomorrow. They'll tell you, and it's like 2 o'clock tomorrow, they aren't there. And 2 o'clock the next day aren't there. And maybe a week or 2 weeks later, all of a sudden, they'll show up here to fix whatever it is I'm here to fix, or put in whatever I'm supposed to put in. It's like Mai Pen Rai, it's like, in the Western culture, that we're wound really differently from that. And you've got to be flexible around that, because, like I said, maybe means maybe, and yes means maybe, and no means maybe. I don't know. So it's kind of it's a different type of attitude, I think.
Early when I was studying Thai, in one of my group Thai lessons, the teacher was explaining how Mai Pen Rai, it doesn't translate word for word. It means, it's sort of the equivalent of whatever, que pasa, to mañana. It's more of an attitude. And one of my fellow students, a Westerner, American, I think, she said, well, all right, what do we say when someone says Mai Pen Rai, and you're like, no, it really is you want to say, no, it really is a problem. We need what's the negative of Mai Pen Rai? And I volunteered. I said, is it Pen Rai Mak? And
maybe Shy Pen Rai.
No, anyway, and the teacher explained that no, there really isn't a negative to say. There's other ways to say, yes, it really is a problem. We need to deal with this. And then the class went on, and she's writing on the board, and she's thinking about what I said. And she, under her breath, laughed. She said, Pen Rai Mak? She was having trouble digesting that concept.
But the Thais are generally fairly honest people, fairly trusting, usually good sense of humor. In some cases, in some professions, they've probably been overexposed to Westerners, and sometimes you'll find they've sort of migrated towards how we behave, and which is,
and they're earning their living from their interaction with Westerners.
Sometimes I think they become a little, maybe the word isn't bitter, but I think sometimes they sort of scratch their heads in dealing with us about, I've got to do this to make a living, but, there might be better ways of making a living.